importantly, our workflows, are being harmonized. This links into the technology that we're able to, use and deliver for our clients.
Today, I have the pleasure to welcome in the studio Pierre Weimerskirch, the regional head of Apex, and Kavitha Ramachandran. Welcome.
Hi, morning. How are you?
Good morning.
It's nice to have you here. You are the Chief Operating Officer of Apex Group, and 2 years ago, or 2.5 in 2022, there was a lot of acquisitions. You had, I think, a plan, and I would like to know how is this plan progressing. Maybe Pierre, you can start.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for the question, Jérôme. Actually, yes, when we joined 2.5 years ago, the plan was really to restructure the entities here in Luxembourg, to reduce the number of legal entities which we acquired through the different acquisitions. And that's also the plan we presented to the CSSF at that point of time. So today we have reached our target operating model in terms of number of legal entities, in terms of also the integration of the different entities we have here in Luxembourg. So we are today about 1,200 people here in Luxembourg, which makes us one of the largest, if not the largest, service provider in the funds industry.
Okay, and how does this translate at the operating level?
Yeah, sure. I think we have the, let's say the enormous advantage of having multiple systems and also key systems which are critical in terms of what we provide for our clients. And I think the amazing part of this is that we are able to put them together and work harmoniously. So make sure that the clients have the right system for their specific needs, and we are able to streamline, stabilize, and operate off that target operating model that we want to achieve from a systems and process perspective.
Yeah, and I think it's important for people watching to understand the people you serve normally are active basically all over the world, which means 24/7. So you really need to be extremely lean, extremely reactive to solve their issues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think and that is the crux of the whole process that we want to bring in our geographies. In terms of offices spread around the world, as you said, I think 40 plus countries and numerous offices. And clearly, we want to service clients who sit around the world and be able to provide and tailor it to their needs. And I think this is what is important in terms of making sure we've got aligned processes, we're using the systems in the most efficient manner, and delivering. So service delivery is, of course, the key and top of mind for us.
Yeah, and I think we need to keep in mind that it was already very complex to do that 10 years ago, but now the world is changing so fast with so many regulations all over the world. You really need to be at the Olympic level to manage the expectation of your clients. So you basically said what you will do in 2022 to CSSF, and then you did what you said.
Exactly.
What's happening now?
So I think the big advantage we are having right now is that we built this platform through the integration of the different entities, what Kavitha just said, also through the technology, the rollout of new technology. So now we have really a nice platform on which we can build, also to even streamline and harmonize more our servicing model. As just mentioned, we have clients, global clients from all over the world, so that they feel and have the same feeling of the service we are delivering here in Luxembourg or in other countries. And now the step for us here in Luxembourg is really also to promote and communicate the single brand of Apex. So through the acquisitions we had different names, so the idea is really leveraging on this platform we have built to promote the single brand of Apex here in Luxembourg, but also all over the world.
And how do you see growth going forward? Do you grow with your clients, or do you start maybe hiring more salespeople to scale a bit, or do you just get another round of external acquisitions?
No, I think what we have built right now, as I said, provides us with the platform, with the launch pad on which we can build our future. And this is through leveraging of the current people we are having here. Of course, that does not mean that we are still recruiting very specific talents. And I think we're going to get back to this question, this point later. But it's more like leveraging what we have here in Luxembourg of the talents we have, the one or the other additional talent we need to recruit to leverage on the technology we are having, so to really build a smooth model here in Luxembourg.
And how is this translating again at operating level, this next step of the growth of the company?
Yeah, I think the single apex sort of theme and brand is very important, and we want the client to come to us and feel the same way from start and through the process. And I think this, we touched upon it. I think it's important to match our service, capabilities, and the technology, and bring them all together and deliver it in the way the client wants. So I think this is the critical part of what we are progressing and aiming to achieve through the single brand.
And I can imagine that your clients are asking, as I hear all the time, more speed, less cost. So of course the logical solution is innovation. How are you approaching innovation at Apex?
Yeah, I think it is front and center for us. I think largely driven by the technology stack that we've been consistently building over the years. So now I think we spoke about the platform. I think that's the key, and to help us take on to the next level, it is harmonizing this. So most importantly, our workflows are being harmonized. This links into the technology that we're able to use and deliver for our clients. So I think this is where we'll be focusing, along with making sure that we have the skilled talent which goes with it. So they go hand in hand. It's a parallel process as always.
Maybe a word about talent attraction. As you said, you are present in many countries in the world. How do you make Luxembourg relevant for the best talents? How do you attract them here?
Yeah, Pierre, you want to go for it first?
Yeah, so I think where we differentiate ourselves also from competitors, and I think also what makes us really an interesting employer, is because we cover what we call like the 360-degree portfolio of services. So this means also that we have a variety of openings, a variety of possibilities for employees. And I think that really makes us attractive to these employees, to attracting talent working for Apex. So I think that is really one factor. The other one is, as mentioned already several times, so we are a global firm, so we're representing in 40 plus countries, so that also allows opportunities for people starting here in Luxembourg, afterwards also, if they are interested in, to work in another country, gain another experience. So I think these are, for me at least, two important factors making us an attractive employer. Kavitha, I don't know if you want to add.
Sure, I think cross-pollination is key for us, and I think that helps us to spread the experience, as well as make that learning and passing on of that knowledge much more efficient. And I think that's something which we do strive to do for. And I think nowadays with the movement of people is clearly possible. And post-COVID, we've started getting back to sort of having that in place.
So instead of proposing jobs, you basically propose careers, and you allow people to grow within the company. First, I'm sure with a lot of training, but also with many opportunities across roles or jurisdictions.
No, absolutely. I think what I would like to add is also we have a fantastic portfolio of top clients. So it's really that you can work with the leading asset managers of this world. And then another point I would like to add is also still a very entrepreneurial mind which we have in our company. So although it's global with footprints all over the world, it's very entrepreneurial.
Yeah, and for sure you incarnate this leadership. As long as I remember you, you were talking to me about new startups, new fintechs, and you're always very, very focused on this. Let's talk about the opportunities going ahead, looking forward for your company in Luxembourg, and maybe some risks that you may identify.
Should I, or please, Kavitha, jump in?
We can start with the opportunities.
No, I think the world is at your feet, as they say. I think from an opportunist, and it's a really thriving area that we are in. Clearly, I think with Luxembourg, I always feel that the country has tried to look ahead and sort of move in the right direction when it comes to especially in the investment funds area. So, I think the alternative investment areas that we are in, the sort of the tokenization, the digitalization aspects, I think all this sort of lends itself in terms of opportunities that we are actively pursuing, and I think it's great, and it's great for people to hear this, and also as we bring the young generation into the workforce, I think these are specific areas I think which is going to attract them and help us all of us together move forward.
Also maybe with new roles that did not exist a few months ago.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, I think every other decade, I think there will be, or even faster now, that there'll be new roles that we never thought of previously. So
Chief
I think
Tokenization Officer.
Why not?
Very good. What about you? Do you see some opportunities, I'm sure, and maybe some risks?
Yeah, so what I wanted to say, or what I think when Kavitha was speaking is, so I've been here in the financial center now here in Luxembourg, so I'm Luxembourg now for a long time. And I think we had really a great run on different subjects, and I think lately also on the alternative funds. But what I notice now is that I think we need to pay attention to that we do not lose the advantages and also the speed of reaction, which really differentiated us from our competitors. And when I'm speaking competitors, it's about competing countries. So I think the world is no longer the world we had like 3 or 4 years ago. It's much more competition, and I think we really need to pay attention that Luxembourg does not miss this edge which we had. So I think it's becoming tougher. Mm-hmm. It's really becoming tougher, and we need to pay attention to. And again, I see this in our group, where we have also here in Europe, like 6 or 7 countries where we are present. And so they are not sleeping. Mm-hmm. So they are not sleeping. When we're looking into the Netherlands, when we're looking into Ireland, into the UK. So UK is no longer part of the EU, but nevertheless, I think this jurisdiction are not sleeping, and we really need to pay attention to that. We do not miss out on things, and so that we just not become too complacent. So I think this is we had a good run, and but we need to pay attention to really keep the advantages. I think that's a first point, and the other point is as a challenge. And so yes, we were speaking about talent, but it's really tough to get the right talents in the quantity we would like to hire. Mm-hmm. These people. And again here, we were speaking about earlier about cost of living. It's not just about salaries, it's about cost of living. It's really making it attractive for these talents to come to Luxembourg. Yes, there's a new law which has been voted to attract talent to Luxembourg, but I think it's still, we don't see the number of talents we want to recruit. And again here, we are trying to face that with new technology, introducing more technology, also in using offices abroad.
Of course. So the good news is there is potential to hire many more people, but we need to make sure that we are capturing this opportunity.
Exactly.
Kavitha, maybe a concluding word. How do you, what do you wish for 2025? Maybe low interest rates?
Well, I think, what do I wish? Clearly, I think we should we are looking forward to building on what we've achieved so far and sort of taking it to the next step. And we do hope. I think the world around us, would support us in the way we need to make it happen. I think it's an exciting time to be in the industry, and I think it's an exciting time to be at Apex because, like we started off, it's been an amalgamation of multiple businesses. We have come together, and I think we're, right in the, I would call it the highway in terms of where we want to go. So I guess speed and agility is important. At the same time, stable maneuvering.
Very good. So this is Apex Group, 1,200 employees as of today. I think the biggest management company in the country. So we wish you a lot of sustained growth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.